It's the end of the year, I think. I'm not sure. This is pre-recorded. I have here in front of me a bottle of Woodford Reserve. Now, it's been about 3 years since I've had a Woodford Reserve on this channel. And this is a Master's Collection Woodford Reserve Cherry Wood Smoked Barley. And it's at 90.4 proof, so 45.5% alcohol by volume. It's 750 mils. It's series number 12, and it's selected by Chris Morris. That's what it says there. Over here, there's a little pamphlet, Cherrywood Smoked Barley Edition. Let's pour a dram first before I read this stuff. Let's see if I can figure out how to open this baby. It's got all kinds of fancy plastics, and there's got to be a pull tab of some kind. I think I found it. Okay. I found some kind of plastic that rips off of it, which is good and useful. I think I've got all the plastic off. Yeah, okay. Chuck that in the can there. It's got a real cork, so we're going to see if we can get a real pop out of it. Yeah, nice. It's got some dust on it, as is typical with bottles of mine, because this one has been in my possession for quite some time. I bought it February 15th, 2019. And now it's, well, for me it's the end of November, but for you it's probably the end of December or beginning of January. By the time this video goes public, I would have done the complete Secret Spirits 6th edition Whiskey Advent Calendar, Scotch Whiskey Advent Calendar. And at this point in time, I've only tasted 2 of them, and those 2 were great. The day 1 and day 2, the high ABV Scotch whiskies, they needed water to get the full flavor out of them. And this will have to go into my Bourbon Infinity. Yeah, I'll put some in there. Now, while it opens up a little bit, what's the percentage in? I don't think it's very high. Yeah, 45.2. So that's drinking strength. All right. In the 1830s, the site of our Woodford County distillery was the setting for a series of discoveries and innovative practices that would define the bourbon industry for generations to come. Today, the pioneering and innovative tradition is embodied in the Woodford Reserve Distillery's Master's Collection, a tradition that began when master distiller James Crow joined distillery owner Oscar Pepper to create the first true Kentucky bourbon whiskeys. Oh, okay. In the crafting of bourbon, the conversion of corn and small grain starch to fermentable sugar, the conversion of corn and small grain starch to fermentable sugar requires the presence of enzymes in the cooking or mashing process. To do this, the Woodford Reserve Distillery uses the same ingredients that Pepper and Crow did: natural malted barley, or malt. Traditionally, the malt used in a bourbon recipe is kiln-dried with clean, warm air. The 2017 Master's Collection Cherrywood Smoked Barley Bourbon uses malted barley that has been exposed to wood smoke during its kilning process. This imparts a rich smoked almond note to the mash and carries over in the distillation process. With 30% malt content, the Cherrywood Smoked Barley mash bill has a greater amount of malt than traditional bourbon. The result is a rich, fully matured Kentucky straight bourbon. We sincerely hope that you enjoy the spirit of Kentucky as in its most contemporary expression. Chris Morris, Master Distiller. What else is in here? Oh, okay. It says color, aroma, flavor, finish. I'll tell you what I think rather than what they say. But I could come back to it for reference. In fact, in the case that I'm totally stymied and don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Right away. This is nice. I get the cherry. I get the cherry smoke. Oh. With the cherry smoke, there is, I taste, I get cinnamon. Cinnamon, a lot of cinnamon. Like those red candies, you know, what were they? The little heart-shaped red candies that smell like cinnamon or taste like cinnamon. Oh. This may be good. What did I pay? Oh, this was not a cheap one. $159.99, so $160. That would make it $60 of liquor tax and $8 of goods and services tax. So $24 on top of $160. That would be $184 and a 10-cent bottle deposit. So $184.90 out the door. Wow, I must have been feeling extravagant back then in February. Yeah, I had quite a bit of. I was not hurting for money. I had saved up a lot for my trip to Scotland, and I was relaxing a little bit on buying stuff because things were going good, and I had lots of money in the bank. And unlike now, where I'm flat broke, but that's because I bought a lot of whiskey this year. Oh, this is nice. Cinnamon, vanilla, caramel somewhere underneath that cinnamon. That cinnamon note is probably not really cinnamon, but what I perceive as cinnamon to be the cherry wood smoke influence. Yeah, smells good. Let's cleanse the palate. The last thing I had to drink was a 13-year-old Tom and Towel. 60% alcohol by volume from the day 2 of the premium spirits release. I'm only recording these videos now so that I'll have something open and something to drink while I'm going through all the samples that are in the premium spirits release. Not premium spirits release. The whiskey advent calendar. I mix everything up. Okay, taste. The smoke from the cherry wood here acts on the malt in the same way that a peat smoke acts on the malt when you're making a peated whiskey. Because the flavors are quite intense, the alcohol by volume is bang on. I wouldn't want this to be stronger. It's just right as it is. I should give it an opportunity to open up a little bit. It tastes less like cinnamon than it smells. It tastes like cherry wood smoke. If cherry wood smoke has a flavor hiding underneath that, it's a little malty too. So it's what, 30% malt. It's got to be at least 51% corn. So would the other 20% be wheat or rye? No, doesn't Woodford have a fair amount of wheat to it? And there's another difference. Woodford is distilled in pot still rather than column still. So that would give it a different flavor than you would typically get for a bourbon. This is different. It may take me some time to get used to it. I'm also getting the caramel and vanilla from the virgin oak wood that was used to age this in. How long was it aged? I don't know. Does it say? It doesn't say how long it was aged. Series number 12, it just says. There's no age statement on it. The most dominant thing is that cinnamony cherry wood smoke that is in the barley, the malted barley in the malt. 30% malt, 51% corn or so, and the rest could be rye. I'm getting a little bit of a banana note now on the finish. It hangs on a little bit, and then there's a bit of banana. I forgot to do the legs thing. Let's do the legs thing. Let's do the legs thing right about up here. We got some droplets forming there. And they're moving down about medium, what you'd expect from 45%. It will be interesting to see how this opens up. What will happen to that cherry wood smoke flavor? I don't know. It smells nice. I like it. But then I never met a Woodford I didn't like. And now the cherry wood smoke, as soon as I swallowed it, there's not a lot of burn. There's a bit of tingling on the tongue. Yeah. I'm getting that cherry wood smoke flavor and some vanilla and caramel and a little bit of everything that you would normally get in a bourbon. I'm not getting a lot of rye influence. I'm not getting a lot of dill, and I'm not getting much mint. Maybe a hint of mint, just a hint of mint, but not much more than that. Most of it is the cherry wood smoke. That's what they're showcasing here. If I add a bit of water, let's see what happens. There's a bit of water, maybe 4 or 5 standard drops. That will bring the ABV down a little bit, and maybe it will do something to the flavor, either improve it or make it worse. If anything, that makes the cherry wood smoke influence stronger than it was before. Interesting. Oh, It brings out more of the cherry wood smoke on the nose, but on the palate it diminishes it somewhat, letting some of the vanilla and caramel come out on the palate. Am I getting any dill? No. Once again, a hint of mint. Not bad at all. It will be interesting to see how this opens up. It's quite easy to drink. It's not having a hard time going down. So, well, let me have another sip of water here. I will drink to your very good health. Cheers.
Foodquig.
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 Yeah.